guys like orange juice?
Coming up.
That is totally a Jerome thing to happen right there.
Some dude was jerking off in front of women.
Like, I feel like I could do a better job with some of these skits, like coming up with ideas.
Do you think they ever had sexual relations?
Oh, they had to have fucked. You kidding?
I had a hard on this morning.
I know we've talked about it on the pod before, but that's like one of my biggest fears is
Oh.
being wrongfully accused and going to prison for something I didn't do.
Oh, I totally get that. That would be the most terrifying thing. Like SWAT team shows up to your door, you're like they have evidence that you fucking murdered 18 women and one child. And you're fucked. And then you go to jail, then they'll probably kill you in there.
Especially if you have the child in there, yeah.
Do you think you would last in prison? Like, do you think you could handle yourself in prison? Say you were there for just 6 months. You think you'd be all right?
Yeah, I think I could. I feel like, yeah.
What's the longest you think you could do?
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like once it hit a year, that's when it started to get a little rough.
I mean, I feel like it'd be rough.
Well, it'd be rough regardless. Day one, but I mean, no, yeah, it'd be really easy until a year. But I mean, like, because then you're like, oh fuck, I've been here an entire fucking year.
It would suck.
And then just, I feel like, and if you're there a year, you're probably gonna be there even more years.
Yeah, I feel like at a certain point, you just kind of probably like you don't even pay attention to time anymore. Just kind of, just like all just blah blah blah. You know, I don't know.
I could see that actually. That would probably actually make it maybe help you get through it, because then you're like, oh, I have no idea how close I am to getting out or not.
But I mean, yeah, like, could you like, just because like it's so shitty, like let's just say something comes up and they're like, find out that he's innocent. Like, you don't, like, all those years are gone.
Yeah, well,
like,
because that comes up to in making a murderer. I think like the second episode.
You'll get a big money settlement.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make up for that lost time. Like, that's just so crazy to me, man. It's fucking nuts, dude.
They touch on that a little bit in Making a Murderer, because he's released at first, and then he is convicted for a different murder or something. Something else happens, and he gets arrested again, I believe.
But it was like right before he was about to get the $36 million settlement or something like that.
Yeah, and then he
I wonder why.
Fucked over.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of people that are wrongfully convicted, what'd you think about the Jinx this episode, Robert Durst?
It's a little odd. I kind of halfway believed him this one.
He is very believable. I kind of see how that son got suckered in, and he started paying for the son's college and shit.
Yeah,
I feel like he could sucker you in a little bit. He's very
not that it matters, but what was that? Is the son gay? I mean, just like I said, it doesn't matter.
He was hanging out Robert Durst, being like,
I had a hard on this morning.
I mean, he just came across as that to me. No. Like I said, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
What was his name? Do you remember what they said his name was?
I can't remember what his name was.
And not like this makes you gay or anything. This is gonna come across as that's what I'm saying. But I swear to God, at one point, he was talking and he introduced himself with a female name, and then they just continued on. And I thought he had a sex change at one point. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because he does seem a little feminine. But then they never touched on anything about it again, so I didn't get it.
It's just so weird. Just going back to the stealing a $6 sandwich.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I wanted to see if maybe I could get away with it. I have no idea. I think you were right. I think that was his he's trying to get caught.
Yeah, I mean. Because, I mean, I feel like there comes a point where you're just exhausted from constantly running and constantly, trying to cover your tracks. And, you're paranoid, and you're just like, fuck this. Like, I'm done. But at the same time, he doesn't want to just walk into a police station and turn himself in. So it's of I
think he thinks he's a little above turning himself in. You're right. So he's like, well, maybe if I get caught stealing a sandwich.
You should play the Friends theme song right here. It's so funny because I do not like that show at all.
Oh, you don't
I
even
know,
like Friends?
I do not. I do not.
How much have you seen of it? Not like that's
I've
gonna
seen-
sway you, but I'm just curious.
I mean, I've seen a lot of it. Someone in my past used to watch it like a lot.
Oh, so did that tainted it for you?
No, I mean, I just don't. It just has never really done anything to me. It's not like Abby hates this, but like SNL, just not funny. Like it's just not very funny to me. The old SNL,
I get that sometimes. Rarely SNL. Every once in a while, you'll be like, "Oh, that was a really good skit," but then the rest of the episode, you're like, "That was pretty garbage." I don't know how they made that.
Yeah, because like she loves it and she watches it. She records it every weekend or when it's on, and she always likes me to watch the Weekend Update with her.
Oh, I do enjoy that.
Yeah, sometimes they have good stuff, but
Mhm.
but she gets upset when I'm just like, this isn't funny.
Did
Like
you
I
see
just don't find this funny.
Did you see the horrible SNL Chucky sketch?
Now, I know no one likes getting called into an HR meeting, but given what happened this morning, I felt it was necessary. Chucky, as you know, we have a company policy against stabbing your coworkers in the legs with a knife. But ladies, we also have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to bullying.
I did not.
It was so fucking weird and just horrible. Me and Taylor watched it and we're like, wow, that was just bad.
Well, this is probably gonna sound conceited, but like I feel like I could do a better job with some of these skits, like coming up with ideas.
Hey, maybe
Maybe
we should do.
I know it sounds
Pleeka
easy. It's
SNL, and we'll do like
easy to
live
say.
shows and do like little plays.
Yeah, but I mean, like seriously, like I don't know. It's just like I say, it's just. I guess it's just not my cup of tea. But
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
same.
It's crazy.
Only way I watch it now is if there's a certain host I like, and then I'll just watch the highlights on YouTube too. Anyways, I won't even watch the full episodes with them now.
Yeah, who was and she just did that with somebody recently. She was like, I don't really. So she just watched like the clips off YouTube.
Yeah, I do that. Like whenever John Mulaney hosts, I'll watch the highlights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she watches that too. But I mean, like, we only probably have like, 147 episodes saved on the DVR.
Jesus Christ! And aren't they all like on Hulu or Peacock or something like that?
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're on Peacock. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Is there anything else? So they didn't really touch on this much in the beginning. I thought they were going to get more into this. They said that initially when he was arrested, or the 18 years, or however got brought back up for Robert Durst and his wife, was some dude was jerking off in front of women, got caught doing that, and then was like, I got some info on Robert Durst though.
He was exposing himself in front of women.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
We don't know if he was.
I guess that's true. He could have just been flapping his cock around. He could have been doing the Ball Johnson.
He could have been doing something like that. He could have just, been wearing a big jacket and then just opening it up and
pulled out his cock.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Was that ludicrous?
Yeah.
Is that ludicrous?
Yeah, it's ludicrous.
Fuck you.
Just making sure. It sure sounded like it. But yeah, it is a little sketchy that it got reopened that way. And
yeah, it was just so bizarre.
It did seem that was that Janine Pryor or whatever. She became the district attorney or whatever.
Yeah, and he was like, I've never even heard of her.
Well, it did seem that she was like just trying to make a name for herself, like a big.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
will get him, and then everyone will know Janine.
Yeah,
but no.
So I mean, I think I don't know. I think maybe that's the reason why I halfway believed in this episode. Was just because it was like almost like it's been 20 years or almost 20 years have gone by, and then just some random jerk off that gets arrested is like, hey,
he was just exposing himself.
And then the detective tells you like they took a piece of the wall. They found nothing. Nothing was found.
I wrote that down. I really liked that part when he was like,
what?
They're searching the rivers, not going to find anything. They're ripping holes in my apartment. Sure, go ahead. I was like, that's funny. Yeah. He knows he hid the body so well that they can search all these places and they will not find her. That's crazy. I was trying to think about where would you hide it? That'd be so perfect that you'd be that cocky. Like, yeah, no. Like, do you think he just like completely got rid of it? Like, burning it?
maybe this is what Breaking Bad is based off of.
Oh, and he put her in a barrel.
In the acid, and it just her body is gone.
I like that theory. That's what I'm going with now.
Yeah.
That's it. Case closed.
And that's why Walter White has the shaved head.
Yeah, he's trying to be like Robert Durst. Sometimes he'll blink a lot.
Maybe Vince Gilligan is in on it, you know?
Yeah, he's a little ripoff. You know, he seems so original. He's just ripping off for Robert Durst.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, it was super interesting. Like I said, to steal the $6 sandwich, and that's a fucking expensive sandwich, $6
Yeah. And then
for a chicken salad or whatever the fuck it was. I'm going, Jesus Christ! I was like, wow, $6. It could have been on like a premium loaf of bread, or
it was
something,
probably too like a fucking horrible sandwich as well.
Oh, I
Like,
mean,
you got no enjoyment out of that.
who buys a pre-made egg salad sandwich or chicken salad sandwich? I mean, you gotta be a trusty motherfucker to do that.
I really like a chicken salad sandwich.
Do you like chicken salad sandwiches?
I like chicken salads. I've never had a chicken salad sandwich, but now I want one.
I mean, all you do is put it on 2 pieces of bread and eat it.
Never thought about that, but I want that now.
Yeah. See, now next week, let us know.
Yeah, by
if
next
you
podcast,
enjoyed.
I will have a chicken salad sandwich.
Yeah, chicken salad. They have egg salad sandwiches. You like egg salad?
I've never had that, but that would be. I would maybe try that too, but I'm more excited for the chicken salad sandwich.
Chicken salad sandwich, man. Chicken salad sandwich. And if you want to get crazy, toast the bread.
Oh, that sounds good. I like that.
So you got a little bit of hot and a little bit of crunch with the chicken salad.
That actually sounds really fucking good.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
But not enough. Not enough to shave my head and eyebrows and get arrested, though.
You know, it's funny. This happened probably a couple of years ago. When we were flying to Wisconsin, someone brought an egg salad sandwich on the plane and opened it up.
Oh, I bet that's
30.
It smells really good, huh?
Yeah, the whole plane smelled like someone shit their pants.
Want to shut
And it's just like, how fucking dumb can someone be? Like, I mean, I get it, whatever. Planning ahead, like, oh, it's a 3-hour flight, like, we're going to be hungry, but don't bring a fucking egg salad sandwich. You know, bring some fucking beef jerky or some Chex Mix or something.
There's a lot of people
a ham sandwich. You know?
There is a lot of
This is
people, though.
crazy.
I feel like more like older ladies as well that
it is.
that always bring snacks and aren't like thinking of other people
Yeah.
in the area you're gonna be in when you eat those snacks.
Yeah, is Mimo like that? She doesn't come across like that.
No, because she'd be more like, I'll just buy something when I get there instead of getting something on the way. Yeah, but I can see like probably my mom actually is a good example. She would totally be like, I'm just gonna eat this giant, disgusting sandwich, and you guys just have to smell it because I want to eat this.
Perfect.
And you know what we say to that?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Luda.
Let's get a little gangster on here. What'd you think of his gangster friend Susan?
She had the biggest schnoz I'd ever seen in my life.
Oh my god, yeah. You knew every person related to her because their nose was fucking poking you through the TV screen.
Yeah, she had a big schnoz.
Oh yeah.
First thing that popped out, I was like, wow. I wonder.
Do you
guess
think
the
maybe
one
if
thing,
he would have shot her in the face instead of the back of the head, her nose could have saved her?
I doubt it.
Damn.
I did like. Do you think they ever had sexual relations?
Oh, they had to have fucked. You kidding?
I had a hard on this morning.
I feel like they had to have.
That crossed my mind for sure. I liked the reenactment where she gets shot in the back of the head and the dogs just act like nothing happens.
Yeah, the dogs.
I was
dogs
like,
are just chilling everywhere, walking over blood, and having a good time.
I was like, oh, because that's how it would go down. Dogs aren't going to react to the gun going off.
Bang!
An intruder.
The dog's like, hey, Robert, can you give me a treat before you go?
Unless the dogs were familiar with him.
That's actually another good sign. The dogs knew him, so they're like, oh, Robert always walks around with his gun.
Yeah.
Maybe he that's what he does there.
Or they just knew him, so they weren't scared.
It's true, yeah.
You know?
Dang, that's
I mean,
interesting.
I know. Look at that.
Oh,
should be a
but also,
detective.
don't you think that was another fuck up in his part though? Like, if you came here and you knew I was the only one that had information on like a murder you did, and you were gonna kill me for it. Wouldn't you kind of toss the place or break a window on your way out or something, so that way it looked like you didn't come straight here and kill me?
I mean, as much as I like you and we're friends, I would not write a note to the police either.
Yeah, that's also like really stupid.
Yeah, I mean, mostly because nowadays, I mean, like they stamp them so like they could break it down to an area where it was sent from and all that crazy shit. But I mean, I just feel like that's asking to get caught.
Yeah.
But then again,
he did that, shaved his head, bought a sandwich.
Fuck you.
That's just Robert Durst for you, baby.
It's Robert D.
So I thought it was interesting too. So she helped him kind of get away with, at least with interviews and shit, the murder of Kathy, and then because of that, ultimately got her murdered. And then he ends up hanging out with the son, as we talked about before. Wrote the Beverly Hills letter. That whole entire storyline is literally like a movie. That just sounds it sounds made up.
I mean, I don't think so.
It's definitely not, but it sounds so fake.
I feel like a lot of rich people have people like that, like problem solvers that just make things go away.
I guess that's true. Because Saul, they know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, because they have the money and they can do it, and they can just, hey, I need this to, this to be taken care of. Here's X amount of dollars. Poof, problem solved.
Going with that, don't you think he maybe should have hired like a hitman then to take out Susan instead of himself?
Maybe he did.
Oh, that's true. Maybe. I guess he could have and just said, hey, you got to clean up. He made the guy write the letter too, put it in the mailbox.
I like how, I guess he could still admit to it. And I know it's that guy that I saw on Twitter that admitted to something. But yeah. I'm telling you.
Let's see. Is there anything else I wrote down on here? No, we talked about him. The guy.
I don't know. I always like mafia stuff, gangster stuff. I wish they kind of would have went more into that.
I know. I was a little disappointed.
I know
they didn't get much into her dad or grandfather.
I know it's not. I know it's not about that or whatever. But I mean, I wonder if there really was a big bombshell she was about to drop. Like, we'll never know.
Yeah, I was curious about that as well, actually.
It bothers me.
I forgot to write that down to ask you. Yeah, I really, it'd be interesting to go back to the time when she was murdered and, see what was, the rumblings of the mob world or something around that time and see if you could almost figure out what she was gonna, release.
I feel like there's always, the rumors of, whatever news is going to come out, but I just feel like there's always a way to twist it and make it seem like the person's just lying out their ass or whatever. So
that's true. Because also she could have just been lying too, because she
was
getting money from all these people and shit.
Yeah, well, it could have been just Robert making that up, or just telling her oh yeah, just say you're doing this, or whatever. True. I mean, who knows?
That's true. Honestly, she could have wrote down all those names, put the number amounts, and Robert could have gave her all the money.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could have had this whole thing. What if they even faked her death? That was a fake body there.
Could have been.
That'd have been so
because because some of the amounts were pretty random. One of them was $875.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
It was such a random amount.
She called him on the phone and he's like, I can only spare $200 right now, Susan. And she's like, okay, I'll take that.
I can only do 875. Not 9.
I can send you 3/4, but that's about it. That's all I can handle.
Yeah, like I said, just some of the amounts were super. Because some of them were 9,000, and obviously his was 50,000 or whatever. But it's just some fucking random ass amounts on there, just weird to me. That's
I wonder now if we will get the answer in the doc. Now you got me really curious if these two banged. I never really thought about it until you said that, but yeah, of course they had to have banged.
I mean, I would think that they would have had something.
He sat down with his son one day and told him all about it.
And another thing that I've noticed too, I don't know if you caught on to it, but the pictures that they show of him with his wife, Kathy, and then him with Sue, he never smiles. He always has a straight, just plain face on.
That's interesting. I never really
every photograph that they show of him, he's never smiling.
Wow.
He always has a stoic just resting dick face.
Which you just reminded me too. In this episode, he denied again that he was involved in Kathy's murder and disappearance and all that.
Yeah.
But I put in the clip last podcast. He said he was complicit in the murder of Kathy.
Yeah.
So I'm so confused why no one has called him on that in the interview so far.
I think he just misspoke, or they edited it that way. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't know. That just confused me. That because that one guy seems to ask him a lot of questions throughout this whole thing. And he'd be like, "Wait, hold on. You said you were complicit in the murder?"
Yeah.
Like at least get a clarification on that or something.
You would think. But see, I don't know. Like, I wish they would have put when was that interview conducted?
Whenever, right before the show was coming out.
Oh, okay.
So if it came out in 2014, it was probably 2013 or something like that.
Mm.
But because it was that's
gotta
what they
be-
were holding off
It's
on.
gotta be a shitty way to go. Just like living your last, 8 to 10 years in fucking prison and then you die.
Yeah, but also, you probably should murder a couple people and then shave your head and your eyebrows and steal a sandwich.
This is true.
But also, if you think about it,
Because we really haven't even.
He's lived such an interesting life too, though.
He has, and I don't know. Maybe we don't get into it, but we haven't even got into the person that they found in Texas.
Oh yeah, because I forget the name. It was like something black, but he was like using that guy's identity for a little while too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I think those will all be like the last couple, and then you'll get into the little Twitter clips that you saw.
What, 3 more, right?
Yeah, 3 more.
Yeah.
Which the last one's only 30 minutes too. The last one's so quick. We should probably do like the last 2 together or something.
Okay.
Because there'll be like almost nothing to talk about other than what you saw on Twitter for the last one.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
But then also, I was gonna bring up. I was gonna ask you in the beginning, since we only have 3 left, and then if we do combine the 2, we'll see when we get there. You should pick what we do next on your since you'd pick The Bachelor pretty much. I suggested The Jinx. I think you should pick what we do next.
Okay.
And
I'll have to do a little research.
Whatever the hell you want. A TV show, a reality show, a documentary, whatever.
I kind of like the doc. Route.
Yeah, the docs are kind of fun.
Because, I feel like you learn stuff, and I don't know if I was laughing at me or not, but she's laughing.
She's like, this motherfucker doesn't learn stuff.
I just heard her go, "That's Josh." I don't know. But yeah, I kind of like not knowing what happens. I don't know. I'll do research whenever the time comes, and I got a couple weeks.
All right.
But yeah, I kind of like that.
The world is your oyster.
Oysters, clams, and cockles.
Oh, you know what? Well, we would be a little bit late, but the last season of Ozark starts Friday.
Oh shit!
But like I said, we still got 3 more episodes, and are they releasing all 6 or 7 at one time?
Because it's the last half of.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, that'd be fun. I love that show.
Me too. I finally caught up with it, and I was like, hell yeah!
I'd be totally down for that, especially because that'd be 1 or 2 podcasts, depending on how we want to do the episodes too. So we could just do that and then do another doc too.
Yeah.
Do you got any stories or anything before we wrap up the podcast?
I don't think so. No.
I got
nothing.
I got just a little baby story of how I got hurt the other day.
Oh, okay.
I was getting out of the shower, and I have these little red and blue shorts that have on the drawstring. It has a little metal clips at the end.
Yeah.
As I was picking up my clothes, I don't know how in the world this happened, but part of the metal clip got snagged on my nuts, and was just had a little piece of nut skin stuck inside of it, and I didn't realize it, so I was walking over to go bring my clothes, and I yanked on my nuts, and I was like, "Oh!" And I screamed in the bathroom, and I had to grab it and slowly pull my nut skin out of the little metal thing, and it hurt so fucking bad. It was like someone was just pinching my nuts for 30 seconds.
This would only happen to you. Legitimately would only happen to you.
It hurt so bad.
I can imagine.
Just grab my clothes, and then all of a sudden my nuts are being pinched.
Yeah, that's brutal. I'll give you that. That's brutal.
But yeah, that is totally a Jerome thing to happen right there.
That I felt like that as it was happening, but I was like, I don't know how I could have avoided that.
It's the most Jerome thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's funny.
What?
Pooch, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's right. Screwed the pooch. Screwed the pooch.
All right, you ready to wrap up this bachelor party?
I think so. I think we're ready to wrap her up and dap her up and slap her up and tip tap her up and
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Come back next week for more Jinx and whatever else me and Hess are going to ramble about. And see you guys then, my Pleekers.
peace.